Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am tired of waking up to stories like this. Kids, children, out here acting like adults in the worst possible way. Because what happened at Coronado Middle School in California is not just disturbing, it's heartbreaking. A 13-year-old student stabbed another student inside the school, right there in the hallway or library. Either way, it was at school during the day. Like, what are we even doing, y'all? How do we get to the point where middle schoolers are pulling knives on each other? Let's talk about what happened and why this should scare every single parent in America right now. What's up, family? Welcome back to Inside the Scoop, where we keep it real and talk about the stuff other folks just gloss over. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video. And don't forget, drop your city and state down in the comments because I want to know how the schools are where you live. Are y'all seeing this kind of behavior in your area too? All right, let's get into it. So here's what went down. According to the Coronado Times and also news outlets such as NBC San Diego, Coronado Middle School in San Diego, a 13-year-old student attacked and stabbed another student during a fight on campus. Now, the school immediately went into a lockdown and the police showed up within minutes. The victim, which was also a young student, was taken to Rady Children's Hospital, as you see here, with serious injuries. And thankfully, the child survived. The suspect, the 13-year-old attacker, was arrested right away, and they have confirmed that it was a targeted attack, that this was not random. And that's what's scary, y'all. This wasn't a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. This was intentional. A child woke up that morning, packed a weapon, and brought it to school. So, what do y'all think is happening here? Is it bullying, mental health? Are these kids just angrier than ever? Because when 13-year-olds start bringing knives to school, we have lost something deep.
Coronado police say during an altercation, a seventh grade boy stabbed a seventh grade girl twice with a pocket knife. He was taken into custody and she was taken to Rady Children's Hospital. No word on her condition. The school district sent out a note flagging an isolated incident with no further threat. The students told us they were shocked by what they saw and heard.
So here's the part that got me. The district tried to calm parents down with an email. You know, the typical, there's been an incident, all students are safe, nothing to worry about, classes will resume as normal. But parents weren't having it. Rightfully so. Some of them said safe. My child saw something that you would see if a person was stabbed. They saw that on the floor. They said their child saw a kid get carried out on a stretcher. And one parent told local news that they were not sending their kids back until they know how in the world a 13-year-old even got a knife past security. And that's fair because schools always talk about safety, but half the time the security is just one person watching the gate with a clipboard. Meanwhile, kids are walking in and out with weapons like it's nothing. Parents, I need y'all to sound off in the comments. How much do you actually trust your child's school to keep them safe? Do you feel like they really protect these kids or are they just talking? This is a bigger issue because this ain't just about one fight, it's a mirror. Because the truth is, our kids are hurting. We got children out here dealing with depression, social pressure, bullying, and abuse, and nobody's paying attention until it explodes. Social media got these kids thinking they gotta be tough, gotta defend their reputation at all costs. Instead of talking it out, they react with violence. And this is the world that has been built now, where even middle schoolers think they need to carry something just to feel safe. And it's not just the kids, it's the environment. Parents working two jobs, no time to check in, teachers overwhelmed, therapists expensive or unavailable. These kids are sitting in silence, stewing in anger until something like this happens. So, what does it really come down to? Do y'all think this comes down to the parenting or our schools and society to blame as well? Because I feel like everybody dropped the ball here. So, of course, the Coronado community is shaken. Parents told reporters they want metal detectors, more counselors, and better supervision. And there was one mom who said that she never thought something like this could ever happen there. But that's the problem. We all say that until it's our school, right? This ain't just happening in big cities or bad neighborhoods. It's happening in suburban schools, small towns, everywhere. Violence doesn't have a zip code anymore. It's spreading, and we're treating it like it's just kids being kids. No, this is trauma. This is rage. And if we don't deal with this right now, we are going to see more of this. So, what do the schools need? Do you think they need to have regular metal detector checks? Or do you feel like having the metal detectors will make the schools feel more like a prison than a learning space? What is the balance here? We have to figure something out.
Student who watched it all said the girl was screaming on the ground and tried to get away.
My daughter, she texted me that an accident happened at school and to come a little bit early because maybe they're gonna release them early.
The school did stay open, but we saw dozens of parents pick their kids up well before the final bell.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would have came and got my kid too. There is no way after I heard about something like this, I would be able to keep my composure and just leave my kid there. No, I'm coming to get my kid because this could have been anybody's kid. You know what I mean? It's bad enough that it was one kid. Look, I'll say this. We can talk about adding cameras, lockdown drills, and security guards all day, but none of that fixes the heart of the problem. These kids are angry because they feel unseen, unheard, unloved. You can't fix that with a hallway monitor. We got to rebuild emotional intelligence in these kids. Teach them conflict resolution, empathy, and communication because some of them literally don't know how to deal with feelings without violence. We also need parents to check those backpacks, check those phones, and most importantly, check those emotions because that anger didn't start in the hallway. It started at home. Let's be real, it started at home. And the heart and the environment. Parents and teachers, what would you change first if you could? More discipline, more counseling, or more involvement at home. If you had the power to fix one thing about this system, what would it be? This right here should be a wake up call, not just for Coronado, but for every parent, teacher, and student out there. Because if middle school kids are stabbing each other before lunch, what's next? We can't just pray and move on every time this happens. We got to start showing up, talking to these kids, checking their mental health, and letting them know that violence is not normal. Now, if you agree that this has gone too far, hit the like button. If you want me to keep covering stories like this that the big media skips over, subscribe and turn on your notifications. And in the comments, I want to hear from y'all. I currently don't have any comments. I know I have a small community, but comment. Do you feel safe sending your kids to school today, or are you just praying they make it back home every afternoon? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay alert, Stay involved and protect your babies because the world is getting darker by the day.